guys. I feel like the top of the news
All right, guys. Hey, welcome to Harbin Live. Here we are, Harbin Live. We've got a great show lined up for you guys out there. We've got our old friend of the show, Shaun Hanlon.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
There he is, Shaun Hanlon right here.
All right.
We've also got some health tips from Robin. But before we get into all of that funny business, we gotta hit the news. So, Harbin Live News is brought to you by Hey Das One Son. You like sauerkraut? You like cabbage? You like a juicy, sour cabbage that you can use in your soups, or you can throw it on a dog. Not the kind you walk, though. Right? Put it on a hot dog. Talk about a hot dog, you know, like a smoky. What do you guys call it? Or a little beer brat, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
A little relish.
A little relish. You got a little bit of Harbin Swan Side. This is brought to you by Harbin Swan Side.
Good product.
It's good. It's
the one I use.
It's a juicy one, right? Who wants a dry sauerkraut?
Exactly.
Not me.
If they exist, I don't want to know them.
Get that out of here,
Yeah.
right? Cut it out. Right, so looking into some local news here. Top of the story is Sky Bar has reopened. Can you believe that? They're back after a year and a half. After a year and a half of being out of business. Major player in the that's
local scene. Yes.
They are huge. They are back, and just last week they had their inaugural trivia night, which I had the pleasure of attending.
It was unusually on a Friday rather than a Thursday.
I know, right? Thursday is the night. We all know that, but it was on a Friday.
Just for one time, though.
Yeah, it'll be going back to Thursday nights.
I don't go to trivia that often, but I'd like to say, just I'm 3 for 3, 4 for 4, whatever. I have a perfect record at the trivia at Sky.
Wait. So wait. When you say 3 for 3, 4 for 4, it means that you went there 3 for 3 times?
I have been there very few times, but every time I've gone, I've won.
What are you, some kind of trivia
record.
master?
I guess I have a little bit of beginner's luck, but just telling you, if you want someone for your team to guarantee you a win, I'm your guy. I'm available most times. Just if you WeChat me with maybe 2 days advance notice, I can deliver you a victory if it's sorely needed, or you just want some more bragging rights for your team. I'm a bit of a mercenary, a hot shot. Just sign me up.
All right. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Robin, as I recall, I saw you there.
Yes, I am
the other night.
currently the reigning trivia champion.
Are you now?
Yeah.
And
Three wonderful people.
Uh-huh.
And it was a close fought trivia match, but it was tied up at the halftime. But by the end, we had pulled it away for a solid victory.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yes.
yeah, I was there for that, and
Yeah, this guy was actually on my team.
I was on the team too. Yeah. So yeah, I was also there on the winning team.
See, he's talking like you don't know, but you knew.
Yeah, well, I was
All right.
there. You know, we're kind of doing it for we're doing it for the folks. They're doing it for the folks at home and all the folks in the audience. But anyway, it's reopened. They've got the full menu. The carrot cake, their prize-winning carrot cake.
At this point, they do not yet have the carrot cake.
Okay, that's fine.
It has been brought up.
I don't go to a bar for a carrot cake.
They-
though. I
they-
mean, like, really, who
yeah.
goes to a bar for a carrot cake? I don't want a pizza. I want a
some
taco.
salty.
They have excellent beer selection, and all of the alcohol is lower priced than it was previously.
Mm.
And it is all currently, for I believe the first month, 20% off.
Oh,
Fits in my
okay,
budget,
20%
and I
off.
also have to say, I haven't had their food yet. I love their pizza. It's
Same
the
as
best
it
in the
always
city,
was.
of course. But, we'll see. I'll come back at some point in the near future. But their beer was really delicious the day that I went for their...
Well, they got a fridge.
Yeah, it keeps it really cold.
It's just gonna be
Yeah.
fresh.
Keep
Cold
it
beer
cool.
is good
Yeah.
beer.
Generally speaking, yes.
Generally
Yeah, keep
Generally
it cool.
speaking. Okay. Well, on the beer front, we've got another story. The Budweiser photo contest, the Harbin through Foreigners' Eyes. Harbin through Foreigners' Eyes photography contest is on right now, sponsored by our friends at the Budweiser plant.
Oh, could you like maybe throw up a link or something like that? So
Absolutely, there will be a
Yeah,
link
'cause
right
I'm a
here
bit of a
or right
shutterbug.
there. That'll be over here.
yeah, I'm a bit of a shutterbug myself.
Are
and Yeah, I like to. I have a camera like on my phone, and
Oh yeah,
so
that's
like
right.
you
I
just
do
pull it
too.
out, and you're like, bam. I mean, I'm not used to like.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 of them on mine.
Oh, okay.
That's a
great.
lot. Wait, what about? Don't you got the
Oh,
one?
and there's the one here too.
That's
So,
5.
jeez.
5 cameras.
Yeah, like this guy's walking around with 5.
Bit
Now,
of a techie.
imagine, back in the old days, some like Japanese tourist with
Yeah,
5
cameras.
cameras.
Yeah,
all
oh, that's
over,
Clint Eastwood. Not
Not
gonna do the
anymore.
voice, though.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Now we can all have 5 cameras without carrying around a bunch of.
Really accessible.
Don't need to carry around a bunch of film. Don't have to worry about overexposure.
Yeah, I got my camera phone. I just threw my Minolta in the trash.
Right out the window.
Yeah. It's in the toy box with
that?
all the baby toys.
That's right. Get that out of here.
Out of here.
Another little piece of news is that, lately you might have noticed that the temperatures are beginning to drop just a little bit. You look up in the sky, you see the leaves on the trees are turning yellow. That means one thing to me.
Autumn.
Yeah, but
And also...
it's cabbage and onions.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, make sure when you're walking out on the street, this is the time of year to buy your cabbage and onion. They've got piles and piles and truckloads of cabbage all over the town. In every single neighborhood, you should be able to find a nice pile of onions and a pile of cabbage. Feel free to speak to your local cabbage and onion proprietor. They'll probably give you a pretty darn good deal, because this is the time of year to get your cabbage and onions.
Leeks,
Stock up
cabbage, onions.
I didn't mention this just now, but I'm going to mention it now. A couple of weeks ago, they were selling sacks of potatoes in my neighborhood for a very reasonable price, 30 yuan for a huge sack of potatoes. And I'll tell you, if I could carry more than one, I might have bought more than one, but I could only carry one. I'm not a big, strong guy.
There were folks there with carts carting them away.
They were carting them here, carting them there, carting them everywhere.
I have an acronym for this this time of the year. It's CLOP. Cabbage, leeks, onions, and potatoes.
It's clop time. It's clop time.
potatoes,
That's that helps me remember what I need to be doing. I need to be getting out there clopping around and getting myself a bargain. Now, you could take these cabbages and make your own sauerkraut at home, but I highly recommend that you skip that and buy yourself a package of this Heidas Wansai. Now, I went to my local supermarket and I found 2. No, they were selling 3 packages for the price of 2. Hey,
Right. Is this Swansai using cabbage from the Haida experimental farms? Do you know?
It's funny that you asked that. From my understanding, I would say yes.
Okay.
But I think you need to ask someone who knows better than me. Because I will say this. The cabbage that they were selling on the street around here, they were selling 4 double head sizes of cabbage. It was like this big in a sack, 4 of them for 10 yuan, straight from the Haida experimental farm. Organic.
Conveniently located in something.
That's right. Hulan.
Yeah, it's a bit far.
It's a little far, but you know what? They were trucking it right here for us to buy.
Well,
You didn't have to go there.
We've been by there a few times this summer.
True. It's just not the. It wasn't.
We like to take bus rides around town
Convenient,
sometimes.
but,
We're
yeah.
adamant bus enthusiasts.
Yeah.
And,
Wait a minute. As I recall, didn't you have a blog about buses?
I have done some writing about the Harbin bus system in the past.
And the blog is...
Chuanxianlu is the name of the blog.
Okay, we will make sure to put a link right up there. Or maybe the link will be here. Yeah. Or also, we know the link will be in the description below. So make sure to click on that description below and take a look at Robin's bus blog. Also, sports. A lot of sports has happened in this city, man. I don't know about what you guys are up to in the sports world, but if you take a look at HLJU Living, this channel right here, you have probably seen that I've opened up a whole new world of video game esports, and that is on the Famicom Disk System.
Yeah.
So far, there are only 3 videos up there, but there are going to be quite a few more, and you can follow along with me as I explore and play through all of the Famicom Disk System's mini titles.
I'm so excited about that because it's a very underappreciated format.
Right. I mean, it's just, people like us in the United States, for
We
us...
never had it.
Well, they thought, we're not going to give them the Famicom because that's that's for the whole family, for men, women, everybody, but they just gave us this little toy, the NES, right? But the Famicom Disk System, I think that they made that for the big boys.
Oh my God! Yeah, you look at that whole system just set up all together. It looks beautiful.
Oh my Lord!
The colors too.
Oh gee, yeah. You really can't beat that gold
Versatility.
and maroon.
You go into a family mart, you put it in the
beautiful.
little kiosk. You can erase a game, put a new game on.
Where did you hear about that?
From Gaming Historian, I believe it was. Yeah.
I talk about that in one of my videos.
Oh, okay.
So when you have a chance,
I go back years and years.
Yeah. Come and take a look at what's going on over there.
Sounds good.
It's highly entertaining.
So that's what's going on in my sports world.
Do you mind if I cut in there?
I'd love to hear it.
As far as sports, esports, and the sport of baseball.
I buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
You will come back to this because what I did do is I played the Little League Baseball Championship Series on the NES.
On the NES. Okay, now this is
Yeah.
Famicom or NES?
NES.
NES.
I
Okay.
believe it may have been on the Famicom.
Sure.
I'm sure it was originally produced in Japan, as most Nintendo games are. Well, this was quite a battle at first, but once I got my swizzle pitch going, I
It's a little tricky.
handily defeated my 12-year-old son
Hey.
in Little League Baseball Championship Series. I scored, I believe, 7-1.
Well, these kids these days, they think that they can show us how to use all of these funny little devices.
I mean, we're just
but
talking
it's
about
like,
two buttons,
but,
everybody.
it's
Well,
not that. Is it really that
before
hard?
you get too full of yourself, I would bring up. I've forgotten the name of the game now. We recently played a soccer game.
Yeah.
In which I handily defeated you.
Do you remember the country that you played as?
There were no countries.
It was on the Vectrex.
On the Vectrex.
Ah, yes, classic
so-
system, very ahead of its
Still
time.
working out the
Ahead of its time.
Yeah. Robin's very good at laser, that sort of vector graphic
The
technology.
I'm
lasers.
good with laser vectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at that stuff. So I'll give you that. One. Good job.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
Give this one to Robin.
What's your next
Talking about this brings us to traffic and weather. So yesterday I was taking a taxi back from the creek. I'd been there with a friend. I had a few drinks, a couple of beers. Honestly, it was just a couple of beers.
Yeah.
But we had to come home and get some food. And I took a taxi back, and lo and behold, I fell into a little bit of traffic over there on the Wencheng Chiao. It was about 5:30 in the evening. So if I could just put a little little bit of advice for our audiences out there would be careful on the Wenchang Chao. Now, if you want to hit traffic and you want to have a bit of a delay, that's the right place to be. So go to Wenchang Chao, 5:30. You can kind of, it's nice to kind of slow down a little bit. Right?
Yeah, delay is nice.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's living life in the fast lane. Like, hey, maybe once in a while we can just live in the slow lane.
Take a chance to look in on the cars next to you.
Yeah, see what they're up to.
You're stopped. You're not doing anything. You can maybe there's a bus next to you. You can look in, see who's on the bus, see what they're doing.
But but just to continue the traffic report, today I did not enter a vehicle. But pedestrian traffic around here, well, actually, pedestrian traffic in the building where I was working today, it was very heavy at 11:30, but that was because everyone was going to lunch down the stairs. So I had to wait about a minute to get down the stairs. But other than that, I found today was pretty smooth sailing traffic-wise.
I have been having excellent traffic recently because I've not been entering into traffic.
Now, wait a minute. Now, when you say excellent traffic, do you mean that you've been having a lot of chances to slow down and stop and...
Well, only pedestrian traffic, no vehicular traffic.
Okay.
Due to the new subway line.
Ah, subway line. Yes.
The second subway line has now opened with a station right near my house, which means to come here, to go anywhere I might need to go.
Come here, go there.
Go there, come here.
Go anywhere.
I can utilize the new system. And all you will ever encounter on the subway system, hopefully, is pedestrian traffic.
That can be bad sometimes.
Sometimes it can be pretty packed, but as of yet, line 2 is still quite open.
Ah.
So you had a
seating
seat.
is plentifully available.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
You should check it out. It's a good, very good subway system.
How last 2 days of traffic for you, Shaun?
Not that bad. I mean, getting here today, for example, I found it was scant at best or worse.
However you
We would
choose
say,
to describe it, yeah.
Because sometimes...
sometimes you want to be in traffic.
Exactly, yeah.
Sometimes you want to have that time
I
to
mean,
slow down.
I got like an hour. I don't care if I show up early. Sometimes
No.
if I show up early, I literally just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, or like
10
so just
minutes
wait
early.
outside, yeah.
Yeah,
I
wait
think
outside.
I could have been in traffic. It would have been a little bit more
You don't
productive.
want to show up too early. Yeah, being in traffic is good sometimes if you're a rider, if you're a bus rider, or maybe you're in the back of a taxi or whatever. But for the most part, I dislike traffic jams. I mean, there's a certain anxiety
Really?
you have of am I ever going to get there? Is this ever going to get better?
We're like, I have to be there on time. And, maybe you can step on it.
Yeah. So,
And the honking can get a little oppressive at times.
yeah, sure.
Well, if no
because
one's
they're-
moving and they're honking.
Everyone's
Yeah,
honk,
because
honk,
there's
honk,
always some
so
clown in the back who thinks he's going to speed things along by
thinks he's
laying on
Moses
his horn.
or something.
Right. yeah.
good.
Right. Yeah. Part the wide canal.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, I just want to say thank you to our sponsor, Heath. If you need something to put on a dog, you want to sour up and crunch your dish just a little bit more, you can use a little bit of this. And also stay tuned to HLJ Living, because I'm going to show you a little special secret that you can do with this one side.
Good.
Yeah, I got a little, I don't know if you...
I'm looking forward to seeing this in action.
Should I tell you just a little bit?
Oh,
Just a
okay.
little hint.
A little.
Little.
I'm going to tell you, it requires some lamb. Yeah,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Yeah, a little bit
I have an
funky.
idea. I'm not going to say anything, but I have an idea.
Funky. It's a little bit funky.
I think you all have a little bit of an
A
idea.
little bit funky.
Leave a comment, maybe.
Hey, feel free. Yeah, jump in there. Yeah, what do you like to do with your sauerkraut? Let us know in the comment section below. And with that, our news report is complete. Thanks for watching. And we're going to get into some real good news. Right, well, that was fun. And a little bit of Robin. Hey, there we go. All right. And we are back. We're back to it with Shaun Hanlon, old friend of the
Hey,
show.
good to see you. Good to see you. Respect though. Respect though. Okay.
Shaun, you've always been an old friend of the show. You've been a longtime supporter.
Yeah.
The least I could do was bring you back on. You know,
Thanks,
come
yeah.
on.
You know, an old dog like me. You know, first guest. That's too much for me. Respect though. Thanks. Thanks, Tom. It's a great show.
Cool. So, what brings you here?
Well, nothing much. I mean, I have a couple things, I guess, if you want to give me a plug. Okay, I just wrote a book.
Did you?
Yeah.
You just wrote a book. Because
Yeah.
I'm reading a book right now.
Okay.
Yeah, recently I decided to start reading Moby Dick. You'd be surprised. It's quite funny. It's actually a really, really funny book. It's I wouldn't say laugh a minute, but it's probably laugh every 5 minutes. So.
I've heard of Moby Dick, yeah.
If you feel like, and the title's funny.
It's
The title's funny.
It's about a fish, right?
Well, back then they might have thought it's a fish, but it's actually a whale.
There's an old man and that's Old Man in the Sea.
But there's also an old man and there's a sea in this one, so it's very similar. Very
All
similar.
right, good. Like a
But
sequel.
so your book, is it like that?
Oh no, it's it's in English. Actually, I didn't bring one either.
Well, wait. Well, okay. It's okay if you didn't bring a copy, because we could just put it in post production. You know, we could show the audience.
I don't know if it's really good for like the target audience. Well, it's an English textbook. So
What's it called?
I don't remember.
Well, you know, oftentimes in the publishing industry, the author doesn't have a choice
Yeah.
about the title of the book. Like, you know, the editor, the publisher will decide on a title based on the themes that occur in the book.
Yeah,
Hey, tell us what's it about. What's it about?
It's grammar.
Yeah, like,
you know, the book thing. I guess we should probably just go on to something else. My next thing is
You suck.
Yeah, sorry about that.
is your name on the textbook?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
on-
that's cool.
It's on. Yeah,
Well,
it's by
something
me.
that's something for people to look for.
Yeah, good. Well, it won't be in stores.
It's online, right? You can
No.
get it.
No, it's
What
just-
about on your blog? You have
It's
a
like
blog.
a proprietary thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
All right.
We also have my band Cut Frenzy has a show on October 30th.
I've heard of that band.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of music do you guys mostly play, would you say?
Sofo Rocco. Well, it's a combination of soul, folk, rock, and country.
Sofo Rocco.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah, that's
how
right.
about Sofo Rocco for this guy here, huh?
Sofo Rocco. Respect them. All right, good. So we'll be playing at Sub Live on October 30th.
Now, Sublive, is that a venue that's in the city of Harbin?
Yeah, it's right over by the train station.
Oh,
The
okay.
West train station.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's the West train station is in the west part of the city.
Yeah, it's over by like the Hashiwanda.
Oh, is there a subway stop there?
Yes.
Okay, well then people should be able to find it.
Near I believe it's the
By the
Hashi subway stop.
stop.
Something like that.
Okay. Tickets?
Yeah, 100 I think. 50. Hey, I don't set the prices, buddy.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
making it big. So,
Yeah.
let's give a little hand to Shaun and his Cut Frenzy. Anything else going on?
Well, not really. When I was on my way over here, by the way, the transportation that you provided was fantastic. He paid my bus fare to come here.
You took the 104, right?
114.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very reliable bus.
Yeah, it's a
Were
good
you able
one.
to get a seat?
The
No.
seats were actually no problem. But I do seat sniping. So
Seat sniping.
Yeah,
Get a load of
so-
this guy, huh? Seat sniping.
I got my hand
What
up
is
there
that?
and like,
Uh-huh.
you know, you gotta learn how to read people's body language. You kind of know when someone's trying to like clutch their bag or whatever. They're getting up. They're gonna get up soon. And about 90% of the time, I'm right. So you learn how to kind of jostle for a prime position and just ignore any elderly or infirm people that come on the bus. Just put on your headphones and look down and don't give them your seat.
That's well. This is the reason that we bring Shaun on here, to get those kinds of important public transportation tips. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So seat sniping,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Anything else, Shaun?
Well, I guess that would be the totality of my life these days.
Okay. Well, hey, I really appreciate you taking the time and coming on the show.
All right. Good to meet you again.
Thanks a lot, Shaun, for all of the interesting things that you had to say today. And our next guest is our old pal Robin. Come on in. We got another friend of the show.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Robin.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Robin. Hey, welcome, Robin. Come on in.
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be better if you allow him to sit there.
Jesus. All right.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, how about that?
All right.
Robin, welcome to
Hi.
the show. Welcome to the show.
Good to
Great
see you.
Robin, yeah. So, Robin, what brings you here?
I just thought I would stop by and check in on your show, man. I'm a big fan. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of yours as well, Robin. So, what's going on these days?
Oh, well, I've been doing a lot of research into dental hygiene recently, and
That's important.
yeah, it's a major part of your mouth health, which is the health of your dents.
Yeah, you gotta keep those shiners nice and shiny. Gotta keep
Yeah.
the chompers chomping.
Yep, you don't want them to wear out or get cavities, as they say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've found out that one key to successfully cleaning your teeth is using drinking water when you brush your teeth.
Drinking water.
Yeah, well, I mean, the
Now,
way I
isn't
think,
all water drinkable?
well, all water is drinkable at the beginning, but lots of water after you drink it can have many unforeseen consequences.
Okay.
Lots of water has horrible minerals and things in it that you don't want. And
Right.
lots of water can give you some pretty bad, what we call here the la dudza.
Oh, I think you're talking about intestinal
Yeah,
disturbances.
some little,
Yeah.
intestinal issues.
Sure wouldn't want that.
And, if you wouldn't put it in your mouth to drink it, why would you put it in your mouth to brush your teeth with?
Absolutely.
It's just common
Absolutely.
sense.
Okay.
I read a thing that said that there's one molecule of water that exists on Earth that hasn't been processed by a living thing.
I think it's actually exactly 2 molecules, but it's a very low number.
Wait, in the entire Earth, there are only 2 molecules that have not been processed by living beings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have the scientists found those yet?
I believe they were found about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They've been doing some heavy research into finding unprocessed water.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
it's a major new scientific field.
Okay.
Yeah. But people always just run the tap, stick their toothbrush under, and brush their teeth.
What's wrong with that?
Well, many places, including the location we live in, the tap water is not particularly healthy to drink.
Right, but you're just brushing your teeth with it.
Yeah, but if you wouldn't put it in your mouth to drink it, you shouldn't put it in your mouth to brush.
So how are we gonna brush our teeth?
You gotta.
That's what I was wondering.
Well, how do you drink? What do you drink? If you
stick
boil your tap water to drink it, use that tap water to brush your teeth. If you filter your tap water to drink it, use that filtered water to brush your teeth.
But boiled
If you
water
drink
is a
bottled
little
water,
hot, isn't
That's
it?
too hot.
It's too hot.
Do you
Hurt your
drink
mouth.
it boiled? You boil it and you let it cool down. You gotta use that noggin over there.
Let's give one out to Robin. This guy, he's got a brain on him.
9 in 17 people don't brush their teeth correctly.
Now, how should one brush one's teeth?
Well, there are many
To do it
correct
correctly.
ways. There are many correct ways to brush
Okay.
your teeth.
All right.
But many people use the incorrect way,
which
is using tap water.
Okay.
If you don't drink your tap water. If you live in a place with drinkable tap water, that is a correct way to brush your teeth.
Do you have any other tips? Like, are we talking anything about the way that some people go for up and down, some people go left and right, some people like to make swirls?
I'm a swirl.
You're a swirler.
All of
Okay.
the above.
I'm kind of just
The best brushing is all of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Time?
About 15 minutes. Yeah.
That's vigorous.
Yeah, vigorous brush, 15 minutes.
That's quite
at least
workout.
5 times a day. That will keep your teeth nice and healthy. You should always brush every time you eat, after you eat, when you wake up in the morning, and when you go to bed.
And the tongue?
Oh yeah, brush that. That can be about 5 minutes of that 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of brushing.
Yeah.
Now, so you're saying 15 minutes per brushing.
Yes.
5 times a day. We got about an hour and 15 minutes of brushing.
Yeah. It's good thinking time too.
Yeah.
Or if you have a modern phone device, put it on your mirror. Put a little news feed on and brush your teeth.
Oh yeah. You could even
watch your talk show.
Or watch a cooking show.
Watch a cooking show. Maybe watch someone make some potato and leek soup. Or some other delicious food.
2 a.m. eggs.
2 a.m. eggs
is an excellent meal.
Absolutely.
It's a fourth meal.
Yeah. I mean, who's counting, really?
But
really, if you're
me.
hungry, me
Not
neither, hello. Okay.
But remember, if you do have 2 a.m. eggs, 6 times. Brush your teeth 6 times. Every time you eat.
That's right, every time you eat.
15 minutes. Remember,
that's really helpful advice, Robin.
You should use a different toothbrush every time, too.
Okay. So
you don't need a new toothbrush every day, just a different toothbrush for each brushing.
Now for your different brushes, how do you know which one is for the first brushing, for the second brushing, and the third brushing? I find the
easiest method is color coding. You can often buy packets of toothbrushes that each come maybe white and red, white and orange.
Oh yeah, I've seen those, and sometimes you get if you buy 4 toothbrushes, you get a fifth one.
Fifth one free.
Yeah.
You got all 5 for your 5 times a day.
Sometimes you get a toothbrush attached to food items that you buy in grocery stores.
Yeah.
Really?
That's happened.
Take advantage of every
cups,
option you get.
Bowls, toothbrushes, yeah, sure.
I've seen the cups and bowls, toothbrushes. That's a new one for me.
I have a question. Does bristle size have anything to do with your system?
Yeah, you need a medium strength bristle.
All right. So is this size or girth? What's more important?
Well, I was talking about strength rather than length. Which that will usually be a thin bristle. It'll be a softer bristle. You don't want too hard of a bristle because it will pull your teeth out if you use too hard of a bristle.
Right.
Yeah,
you want to keep the teeth.
You're trying to clean them. You're not trying to remove them.
I see. Okay.
But length is personal preference. If you got big teeth, use long bristles. If you got small teeth, use small bristles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Easy to remember.
That makes sense right there. I like that.
Yeah. Life is simple.
All right.
Life is simple.
Life is simple.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else going on in the world of Robin? Any more? You got some more tips for us, or anything else?
That's about it. Just remember, brush your teeth 5 times a day, 15 minutes a time, and don't drink or don't use the tap water if you wouldn't drink it.
5, 15, no tap.
Yep. Wait a minute. Now, wait. What if I'm by the creek having beers? Yep. I've got my third toothbrush in my pocket, ready to brush my teeth, and there's a lot of water running through the creek.
I would use the beer.
Good. I mean,
I can brush
which
I
of
use
these
my
two
water.
fluids would you drink? The creek water or the beer?
Oh, I would probably drink the beer.
Yeah, so brush with the beer.
Oh, so I can use beer to brush my teeth.
That will do you. Brush.
Toothpaste?
And rinse out.
Or no toothpaste?
Oh, I never use toothpaste.
What? So do you put anything on the toothbrush?
Water.
Ah.
You put water on the toothbrush. Yeah.
Well, they say that water is the best, the best solvent in the universe. If anything, over time, will dissolve
It will
in
solve
water.
many problems.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Very solvable.
That's true. Yeah. We should get the politicians on that one, right?
Yeah,
Maybe they can
as
solve all these economic
Solve all the
issues,
world
right?
problems.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That'll be the
just
day.
all it takes is just a little bit of water, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Beer if you don't have water. Beer is acceptable.
Beer's acceptable.
Yeah.
Beer's water, but it also has not only does it have that beautiful solvent that water has, but it also has alcohol,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
natural
a
disinfectant.
Yes, a natural disinfectant. So, okay.
Yeah. I have spread my word to the masses, and I'm contented.
Well, let's give a big one for Robin over here, huh?
Hey.
Hey, how about this guy, right? There's that, right?
That's okay. No problem.
The sights of HLJU. 4 cabbages. They look a little bit sad, but never fear. More are on the way. Onions have another lunch break. Sitting in a pile of leaves. Hey, there's some more cabbages gathered together. Oh, there's some commando onions up in the sky, hanging on a bush. More cabbages and onions too. The bountiful harvest. Oh, it's winter time. Wintertime's coming soon. The plants are slowly dying off. We had to run out of the way because these onions are hiding. So proud, standing tall. More curb onions, maybe they're looking for work. And during the golden hour, the onions like to rest too. How about that? A little bit of cabbage and onions. What a bountiful harvest. More dying plant, but never fear, for when spring arrives, it will come back to life. Ah, the leaves are falling off the trees, but the sky is so blue and clear. What another beautiful day at HLJU.
Hey, and we're back. So, you know, our the Twitter feed has just been exploding with audience questions for you guys, and I thought, is it okay? Would you be willing to answer a few questions from the audience?
Yeah, sure.
I've always got answers.
Okay. Well,
Anything for the fans.
well, Robin, this one is for you, and this is from Scorpion Prick 420. Scorpion Prick 420 wants to know. So earlier you were talking about using sink water and creek water for brushing your teeth. So you were using.
So drinking water.
Okay,
Or
and
if,
then
if you don't have drinking water available, some other drinking substance,
like
such as a handy beer that you.
like a
have
nice
on
like
your-
a nice gold can.
Yeah, whatever you may have on your person at the time.
Okay. Now, Scorpion Prick 420 is wondering, what about whiskey?
Whiskey's even better. Whiskey has 537 times the disinfecting property of plain water. So
But I wasn't aware of that.
you want your teeth to be clean, and disinfecting is a type of cleaning.
True.
So,
True.
Using whiskey will actually benefit your teeth. I would recommend it daily, but it's a little expensive, so water is the cheaper option.
Now it's a little bit expensive. Now, yeah. Now I'd like to put a little addendum to the question. Now, if we're talking whiskeys for teeth brushing, now are we saying single malts? Are we talking bourbon, rye, Irish whiskey.
Yeah, I would go with a good bourbon.
Okay. That's a little sweet though, isn't it?
Yeah, a single malt can also be quite good. That'll give you a little smoky breath.
That's right.
Depends on what flavor you want your breath to be.
Okay.
You can use, think of whiskeys as a breath freshening agent. Depending on how you want your breath to smell.
True.
That's
right.
What
It's
about
like
chocolate malts?
Chocolate malts?
Yeah, like milkshakes.
Well, that's a little bit of sugar, man. Sugar is not the best thing for your teeth. It's one of those things that causes so-called cavities.
So just one single malt, not full on
single
chocolate
malt. No chocolate malts.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just a single malt whiskey.
Ah,
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, sorry.
You're thinking of like an ice cream here, malt.
Yeah.
Like at the ball game.
Yeah.
Hey, got a malt here. Yeah, we got the hot dogs here,
So
malt.
sorry, there's no perfect answer to the dental hygiene problem we have.
There is no perfect answer. That is correct. But there are some certainly wrong answers. And chocolate malt is one of those.
Okay.
I would say.
I'm just asking questions.
Okay. Well, thank you, Robin. And I hope that your answer. I hope Scorpion Prick 420. I hope that you are happy with the answer that Robin has provided you.
Nice question, Prick.
Shaun, here's a question for you from Buffalo Dreadlock 69. And he's wondering, or she, I'm not sure if it's a he or she.
Yeah, come on. It's the
I shouldn't say
90s.
it. Now, it seems that they were really interested in your discussion about riding the bus.
Okay.
But here's their question. They're saying, Shaun, do you have any advice for getting off the bus?
Right, so this isn't like about the seat sniping thing. This is just how to get off the bus. Well,
Yeah.
The bus pulls up near the curb usually.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't usually have to worry about much traffic coming your way when you step off the bus, but occasionally during bike season, during summer, spring, something like that, you gotta look both ways. You gotta be careful. Delivery guys everywhere. You never know what's gonna happen. But in my haste to look for those types of impediments to getting to the sidewalk, I neglected a very important thing. You see, I saw a little bit too late.
Wait, when was this?
This was today when I took the show-sponsored transportation
Right.
of
The complimentary.
Thank you. It saved me about 4 yuan. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps these days.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So I realized a bit too late that I had stepped in. Well, this is like a. Wait a minute. So we have people on Twitter asking us questions, or YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, the Twitter feed is exploding right now. It's absolutely it's blowing. I can't even keep up with all the tweets that are coming in right now.
So I don't know what kind of language I can use. This is on like cable.
No, it's like it's an internet show, so it's on the web, right? This is an internet show. We're live on the web.
Okay, good.
Treat it like a. Okay. Yeah.
So I can say whatever I want, basically. So I stepped in poop.
Oh.
The internet.
I'm trying to. Well, you didn't. You kind of talked over me. I'm trying to keep it family friendly.
I'm sorry.
Keep
Okay,
it
fine.
family friendly.
I stepped in. What's the acceptable word I can use? I said poop.
Excrement.
Okay, so I stepped in
some ice cream meant.
Dog's ice cream, and I wasn't aware of that. So I spent a good period of time basically wiping off my shoe on the curb. I did not get all of it off. Some of it is actually rotting away on your rug right now.
When you were wiping, were there any cabbages or
no.
onions nearby?
The one thing I always make sure to do is steer clear of all that. Yeah.
That's good.
See, if you wipe it off on an onion, we all cry. It's not just the onions that make you cry. You can make them cry as well.
Right, and maybe also the person who spent their well-earned money, they don't want to have an onion that's covered with dog's ice cream in it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry about the language, everybody.
I think it's so it's this time it'll be okay. We know that you're a longtime friend of the show, and we're willing to make. We'll get this in post production.
Hey,
we'll get in post production.
Put it in post.
You're fine. All right. This one is for both of you guys. This is coming from Moby Dick's Underpants, and he or she, Moby
Must
Dick's
be some
Underpants,
big underpants,
right? Is asking about. I guess there's some guy. I haven't met him. I don't know if he's in town, but they're asking about some guy. This Jeff Bezos guy. They're asking, what's your opinion on this guy? I don't know. I haven't met him. I don't know. Is he a new guy?
I've met a few Jeffs in my day, but I don't think I know
I think I know who this is. Right, he's that guy who has that something on the internet about like Amazons. When I first saw it, I thought,
yeah, that sounds like a dirty movie.
Yeah,
right? Oh my god.
But then, hey,
yeah.
So I find out it's books.
Oh, I like books.
Yeah,
If you ever have a chance, take a look at Moby Dick. It's a lot funnier than you might remember. It's a laugh every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not such a fan of books, man. I have to admit, too much paper.
Yeah.
So.
And words. Too many words.
Oh.
Too much paper.
How do you go? What about a picture book?
Those have a bit too many pictures for me.
How about an e-book?
Too many words again.
Oh, I heard. You know what they say about the letter E. It's the most commonly used letter in the English language. So I guess e-books would probably have a lot of them.
They could have a lot of E's in them.
Yeah.
E is the best letter in the alphabet as well.
Well, it's a good auxiliary letter.
In my humble opinion.
It's a good auxiliary letter, because at the E at the end of a lot of nouns and verbs can elongate the vowel of the. But we're not here to get into that today.
Another thing about the letter E is it's the first letter in the word evil, and a lot of people have called Jeff Bezos. He's like Dr. Evil, like this. Really,
Wait. We're talking about the guy who's like the king of the Amazons. I thought that they're women.
Amazons, right.
I thought that they have a queen.
Well, see, he makes them work in warehouses or something like that. I forget what the deal is. So yeah, another man in charge, I guess. So yeah, just like usual.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah, he's like going into space and stuff, and people are criticizing him. But I think the important thing to remember is that he has more money than us, and
that means he has more value.
How do we? I mean, there's no point in us criticizing who is basically our better.
True. Very true.
I just think it's time to just let him. He can basically do whatever he wants because he's better than us, and that's okay.
Right.
So maybe you just shut up, make some more money.
Yeah.
You jerk.
So how much money does he have?
Like at least like $1 million, right?
Oh, dollars.
I think he has. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I bet if you asked him hey, if you did the thing hey, let's see how much money everybody has, and you pull out the money in your pocket, he might have a few bucks more than you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I mean, everyone's all about their e-money, their e-books. I know there's an E in money.
I heard he has like 4 TVs.
4 whole TVs.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I bet he's got like a Genesis and a Super Nintendo.
Like 5 of them. He probably has like 3 refrigerators filled with Mountain Dew. And that's
Mountain Dew is not a sponsor of the show. Not a sponsor of the show. I just want to make sure that you know Mountain Dew is not a sponsor of the show.
I bet he's got,
and we do not support Pepsi products.
He's got 3 fridges full of.
Also, don't brush your teeth with Mountain Dew. That's even worse than a chocolate malt.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Moby Dick's Underpants.
Question.
I hope that you are happy with the response that you received from our panel. Moving on, we have another question here from a different viewer. This one this hot off the tweet machine from Bug Bros Inc. And they're asking, what is your opinion on using insects as a meat replacement.
That's
As a protein replacement, rather than eating a cow burger, eating a roach burger, so to speak.
It's a stupid, stupid, stupid idea.
Whoa, that is a strong opinion.
What is that? There's some kind of statistic. I don't know. He's more of a stats guy.
The statistics are opposed to your opinion in this case. I'll have to let you know.
Well, I was going to get on the point that when we're sleeping, we consume. There's a certain amount of insects.
Yeah, like 27.
I mean, it's already in your
27
chocolate.
arachnids every 3 weeks. I heard.
I know. They just crawl in
Something
your
like
mouth.
that.
You eat them, and you get that little nice grin on your face
Crunch.
when you're sleeping. And you kind of roll over, and it's great.
Yeah.
And it's a little midnight snack. I think that's where it should stay.
Right, as a treat. A treat.
We don't know, but we know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, I have to tell you though, insects have that hard shell on them, and when you grind that up into something like a burger patty, it does miles of good for your teeth health.
So it's a little bit abrasive.
It's almost like it's brushing your teeth for you. Now, I'm not saying don't brush your teeth.
Now, okay,
after eating
hold on a
insects.
second.
Yeah.
But
Do you have some kind of studies to back what you're saying?
So, well, it has been proven that a cricket burger, not a roach burger. I'm not sure about the data on roach burgers, but a cricket burger is 74.5% as effective as brushing your teeth with beer.
Oh, wait. 74% as effective. So you're saying that a cricket burger is a little bit less effective than brushing your teeth with beer?
You should still brush your teeth. Of course, you should still brush your teeth. But a cow burger, a good old beef burger, is actually completely ineffective at cleaning your teeth.
Is it?
And in some cases,
completely ineffective.
Completely ineffective. 0% effective. And in some cases, can cause damage to your teeth.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that cricket burger, it's good for your teeth. The beef burger, not so much. So if we're worried about our dental hygiene and dental health, those cricket burgers are good for you.
I'll lose my teeth to keep the beef.
We have one more. There's one more question from the audience, from all of our friends in the tweet world. Our friend Two Eggs.
It's like a bird.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So our friend Two Eggs. Now this is an interesting question. This is a hypothetical, if you will. And maybe, do you mind if I do it one by one?
Go ahead.
And then maybe I'll give my answer if people care. So Robin, since you're sitting nearest to me.
Seat number one, some other people say.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you this. Two Eggs wants to know, would you rather give your kids an inheritance when you die, or use the last of your wealth and assets to take a commercial cruise to the moon?
Well, I am an avid space fan.
I'm a big space head too.
Yeah, and so as much as I would love to leave an inheritance to my children,
How many
I
are
would
there
sell
these
them
days?
about 57.
Okay.
Yeah, I would sell them up the creek. Not even an inheritance. I'd sell them to afford a trip to the moon.
Yeah. What's the first thing you do when you get to the moon? I know what I would do.
Well, I would like to experiment with lunar dental hygiene. Yeah, and I would definitely, take a good 7 or 8 trusty toothbrushes with me and experiment. Maybe lunar dust is good. It may be a replacement for toothpaste. We don't know.
You know what I would do if I went to the moon?
I'd like to do some experimentation.
Right when I land, I'd pop open some astronaut ice cream.
Yeah.
But also, if I went to the moon, I would also bring a retort pouch of Hey Dog brand Swan sauce.
That was going to be my answer.
I know I'd like to see, is it? I would imagine it's definitely as good on the moon as it is on Earth, but I would even think that it's better because it's kind of like a little taste of home.
Well, it's already kind of dry.
Juicy.
No, actually, this one is quite juicy, as Robin knows well We could actually open it up and give it a try a little bit later. If you
Oh,
want.
I'd love it.
It's quite juicy and very sour, and it's really tasty. Question to you, Shaun.
Mhm. Well, in the question of whether I would leave an inheritance, absolutely not.
Yeah,
It's my money.
that's right.
I made it.
You worked
Nobody
hard
gave
for
it
your
to me.
money.
Not only do I plan to not have any money when I die, I plan to have debt. I figure if, let's just say that this whole religion thing is accurate, and Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is our King, and I go to heaven when I die, all I'd have to tell St. Peter at the gates is that I owe some money to the Devil's Boys, and that should put me in good, right?
That's true.
And as far as for my kids,
right now, the devil. Are you talking about the local gang of hoodlums in this area?
oh, yeah, you don't want to tell them. You want to steer clear of those boys. They'll put a beating on
How
you.
deep are you into them?
Oh, well, I'm dead, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
If I'm dead, then it's fine.
Sure.
I'm assuming they don't go after your relatives.
Well, yeah, one would think. I mean, that would just be kind
But
of
that
rude.
would just be mean, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's rude.
So if I were to go to the moon, I mean, a cruise to the moon. Are we talking about like a 2-week cruise? Is this a large?
That's a good question. I mean, I think that
He
like
didn't
getting
really
to
specify. It was
the
kind
moon
of
is
a
kind of
poor
far.
question.
I mean, he didn't. He was very poorly worded.
Yeah.
But I would say that let's just say it's a 2-week trip.
All right. So there's gambling and
Like 3 days to get there,
shuffleboard.
a week
and
on, and 3 days to get back.
You have to put your alcohol in Ziploc bags and tape them to your legs to smuggle them in, because they don't like it when you bring liquids into space. I'm assuming.
No, I mean they'll have retort pouches,
Oh,
but you
okay.
can purchase them on the spaceship.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't be bringing bottles on board.
Oh yeah, no, they don't let you do. You've got to be
Yeah.
careful. Like,
And even if you try, because when you go like this, gravity is not going to pour it into your throat.
did not know that.
Yeah, you need to have a straw.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, if I were to do that and go to the moon, the first thing I would do is maybe meet some of the local moon people.
Uh-huh.
Learn some of maybe a little bit of the language. I don't like to learn too much of a language when I go to a place. But,
Right.
a little bit of like, thank you, or something
Yeah,
like that.
I know, right? Yeah. Does anyone speak English here?
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
much.
one of my favorite questions to ask.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just learn how to ask if they speak English. I don't want to learn like moon language.
Yeah.
And moon people pretty much. The whole idea of it kind of turns me off. I mean, they're not our people. But
No, they're from the moon.
But yeah, I mean,
I think moon people are probably originally from Earth, but they work on the moon. They'll be like the service staff that work on the moon in the moon
I
hotel.
don't like service stuff.
They'll have been changed by then, I'm sure.
No? And in what way?
Their heads
They're
would
probably
be all
taller.
different shapes.
Oh.
They might have turned green.
Uh-huh.
You never know.
Well, are you a big fan of blue cheese?
I am a big fan of blue
I like a
cheese.
blue cheese dressing on my salad. And I hear that on the moon you can just like scoop it up and put
It's
it
made
on
of
salad.
cheese. Everybody knows
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
the
you could do
moon
that.
is made of cheese.
Right.
So I see.
I play golf.
I'd love a bit of moon golf.
Yeah, the ball.
You can
I
hit
throw
it
a Nerf-
really
I
far.
throw a Nerf football.
Yeah, see how...
I dunk a basketball.
Oh.
I might get like 10 feet in the
Who
air.
said white guys
Oh!
can't dunk? Or
yeah.
white guys can't jump? Remember that
Dunk,
movie?
yeah.
You'd be like, no, I'm on the moon now.
Yeah, starring Wesley Harrelson.
Yeah,
And,
that was a really funny movie.
Woody Sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Woody Sniper, he was really good at riding the bus, too.
Yeah. Josie Perez in that as well.
Yeah, well, it was her, and it was Josie and the Puppies. They had their little band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when they did the song and dance on the basketball court.
Yeah, and after he played on Jeopardy, I remember they were doing the Jeopardy theme song.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs.
That was a good movie.
Like, whenever I'm thinking of something, I'm like, oh, what's for dinner tonight? Not too much, though, because we didn't buy the...
No, it's not nice.
Well, no, we
You
didn't buy the rights. We didn't buy the rights for the song. Yeah.
It's not a good song.
Whoa! Oh! It's a good thinking song.
It's good. Well, you didn't buy the rights to it.
Well, I'm just saying it's a good thinking song, and if you want to think, you can think about that song as you think.
What is?
The Jeopardy song.
The Jeopardy song.
Do do do.
I almost got you. I almost got you. Ah, hey, this guy.
All right.
First show, I putting him through his paces.
You certainly are. Well, that's it for now. I mean, we have the Twitter is a buzz at the moment, but we really just don't have time for any more of these
We'll keep
audience
buzzing until
questions.
next week. We'll go.
Yeah, we'll
from
come
there.
back here next week, and we'll be happy to answer any more audience questions that
And thank you.
have.
We love you guys. Like,
Yeah,
this
and,
is really,
love
really,
you.
Yeah, if it weren't for our audience, then what would we do?
We're a streak of one show. I have to make it huge.
So anyway, I'd like to give a signing out, and thanks for coming to Harbin Live. We'll see you all later. I hope you had a great evening and even better tomorrow morning.
Hey guys,
Hey, I thought yeah, you know what? Something I never do is that whiskey. Like, who would have thought that? They can't see you. Yeah, well, I got them for really cheap. Yeah, they're just, they're right over there. Hey, that guy over there. That guy's got a laugh on it. That guy's got a laugh on it. What really surprised me was how disrespectful you are to old people on the bus. I felt like, God, you're really a real jerk, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a real freaking jerk, aren't you?
Yeah, you have to find out. Yeah. Ignore the elderly.
Yeah, that's reprehensible.
If you want to see,
It's reprehensible.